So this week Dave is going to give us a tip on cutting into metal and maybe one other little tip. So you might get 2 tiny tips this week, 2 for the price of 1. And we've tried to get into the quietest corner of the factory, so fingers crossed you can hear us.
Very good. Hey guys, Dave here again. Yeah, look, today we're going to do tiny tips on just using some tips on how to cut metal. So whether you got flashings or you got gutters or roof sheets or anything like that, and you are privileged enough to own a nibble or electric shears, these are your best friends to be cutting metal with. So first of all, I'd like to just explain that they are different colours for a reason. So you do get a yellow one, a green and a red. Now it's just not like, I really do like the colour of green, so I'm just going to buy the green ones. There's actually a reason why. So we actually have the yellow ones, which I don't have here today, just a straight cutting tin snip. So if you just wanted to cut something straight, that's fine, but these will also cut it in a straight line as well. The beauty about these are the 2 that you really only need. As you can see, this one here has it on this is what we call our left hand tin snip, which is the red one, and the green one, as you can see, is the other way around, so that'll go round to our right, and this one here will go around to our left. So that's why there's a difference in the tin snips. Now, I'll just show you for argument's sake, just if this was our flashing, for argument's sake, and I wanted to cut that, all this here was my offcut, so that's all offcut. We're just going to draw a line down here, and we actually want to keep this half, but disregard this part here. Now we would pick up our snips and obviously go, right, well, which side do we want to keep? We want to keep this side, so we want to use our left hand tin snips. So that way when we actually go to cut along that line, it's actually going to keep, what it's going to do, it's going to curl up the left hand side of the tin, but keep the right hand side good. But the tip is to be able to do that. So to be able to cut that now, see I'm coming along here and I'm going to be struggling and I'm getting it, it's not going to bend, it's not going to let me go any further. So the idea is actually just a tin snip, say about 1 inch away, 20-25 mil away. We just go with the other hand, we go as far as we can, and then this one here then becomes much easier. We can follow our line, as you can see. And we once again get to a spot where we just can't go anymore. And we just keep going along with this. This part obviously going in the bin. And as you can see, using both snips, it makes it much easier. So yeah, as you can see, we can just keep going along right to the end there. Go as far as we can with the right hand ones, back with the left. There we go. And that's there, as you can see. Continue on down there, do exactly the same thing. That's how we use our left and right tin snips. So I'll break that off, get rid of it. So that's showing a little bit on how that all works. Now the other thing I wanted to show you is, say you might have, say if it's a gutter, or you wanted to cut a hole or penetration into some flashing, maybe for a fireplace or something like that. We could act this as maybe our nozzle for our round downpipe in the bottom of a gutter, or like I say, you might have a roof penetration that needs a circuit cut out of it. So obviously we just trace whatever we're going to be cutting out, and with a bit of offcut we need to just make a small penetration into the sheet itself. So we can just put one in roughly in the middle, but we're just going to drill a hole just like so. That off. Now once again, it really doesn't matter in preference. I prefer actually the right hand ones, so that to be able to cut this hole out nice and neat got to start here, and all you want to do is just keep going around in a circle.
It's like peeling an apple.
It's like peeling an apple. That's it. So we're going to go around and around, just taking about a centimetre at a time in thickness. As you can see, it's just going to curl up, put that away. And get rid of the excess every now and then. So obviously, when we get close to the to where we actually want to cut, I actually like to just come in a little bit, say you know, 5 or 6 mil from the actual cut. Finish that cut right around. That way,
Are you going to make it neat and tidy?
we're going to make it very neat and tidy.
I don't know how.
As you can see,
It's hard
almost
work.
looks like a, yeah, it gives your wrists a bit of a, hands a bit of a workout.
And are you using that one because you're left-handed?
Yeah, pretty well.
Yeah.
But like I say, it doesn't matter which way you come from. So we're just going to go as close as we can to that edge. Once again, we're just going to get rid of this excess. Which doesn't want to come off. Like they say. As you can see, we're still a little bit off our line that we actually want to cut. But this is where now you can actually concentrate, if I can get harder to see, and concentrate on exactly, once again, you know, you definitely want your snips to be nice and sharp. This one here's a bit of grief. Just little cuts at a time, really. You're not trying to do any more than just probably 10-15 mil at a time, as you can see. And we just keep going around that circle, like so. And you'll end up with a very neat cut. So we just continue on, and as you can see, it ends up becoming a very neat cut to the line you do.
Perfect.
So yeah, so there's a handy hint on how to cut out circles. Now another thing that you're going to be using as far as like we're using metal and flashings and things like that is obviously it's called a pair of folders.
What did you
Like a
call them?
vice grip, they're called folders.
Folders.
Folders,
Ah.
metal folders they are called. As you can see, you get them in different sizes for different widths and different applications as far as like holes are concerned. So if we, for argument's sake, wanted to fold the end of this sheet, I just prepared this a little bit earlier. As you can see, this might be a, you know, a capping or something like that, where another one has to meet into it, where you need to rivet it off, so you actually need to form a flat for it. So if we drew a line down there like that, I'm sure you can see that clearly. And then all we want to do is now use our folders, put them on the line there like that, tighten them up a little bit so they are nice and firm onto the sheet. We're just going to get that adjustment right, and we just want to bend that a little bit, like so, and then slide along. We'll do the same process. You don't want to bend too much all at once. You just want to keep a consistent bend, just a little bit at a time, just moving them back and forth until you get your desired angle. Trying to wrestle this little piece here, but yeah, but as you can see, you get the idea that, once again, see, that's now folded. So there's just a couple of tips I just wanted to show you as far as like metal is concerned. If you haven't got any sort of nibbler or shears, electric shears that you use, these are obviously just tin sips which you can obviously buy from the hardware for about 30 bucks each. So yeah, there's So that's it on timber. Now I just wanted to show you something that our painters do here at Tiny Homes, which is a good little tip. Painting. So we have a pot of paint here, and yeah, we're just painting away. We have our brush, it's in the paint, painting away. You might be painting your bedroom or doing something like that. Dinner might be ready or something like that, and you want to then, instead of going out, you've got to go, oh my god, I've got to go and clean the paintbrush and all that sort of jazz. This is a really good way of actually making sure that you can just come back, pick the paintbrush back up again and keep painting without cleaning it. So with loading the brush up a little bit with some paint, all you want to do is just get good old household clean wrap, get one of these tools. And all we're going to do is just wrap the brush up with cling wrap. All we're going to do is just there, I'll put that down, and the paint all over your hands already, all over the brush, all over the plastic. So just keeping it a little bit loaded. We just want to lay that in there, fold the cling wrap up. Now, folding it very tightly, like that, that'll keep your brush nice and moist, or you can just actually just pick it up again the next day. I would honestly say if you actually did this up tightly enough, the actual cling wrap, I would say that you'd actually get up to a couple of days before it actually dry out.
That was going to be my question.
Overnight, or even if you were just waiting for paint, one coat to dry instead of going to actually go and wash your brush again. You want this coat to dry, so just wrap it up in plastic, and then come back to it later on for the second coat, just unwrap it, and away you go. So it just minimises all your cleaning.
Great tip. Thanks, Dave.
All right,
2
guys.
tips this week. Bonus. Thank you.
Alrighty,
And let's
we'll
have a
see
look
you
at his new sign that we made for him.